everyone, welcome back. So in lieu of doing a top 5 Wednesday video, I wanted to do a tag. This is the time of day tag. I first seen this over at Keely's channel, over at A Bibliophile's Journey, so I'll leave a link for that down below, and it was created by Chris Torrey 2027. A link for that will also be down below. Check out their channels, they have a lot of great, unique content. This tag, there are 11 questions that each centers around a different time of day, so let's dive in. The first question is time to wake up, so pick a book that you read that opened your eyes to a new genre, and for that I am picking A Game of Thrones by George R.R. Martin. This opened my eyes up to adult fantasy. Since I've read this, I've read the entire series so far that's out and absolutely loved it, and I cannot wait to dive into some more adult fantasy. And 2 is No Time for Breakfast, a book that's been sitting on your shelf for ages, and for that I am going with Such Wicked Intent by Kenneth Opel. This is the second book to this dark endeavor, and this follows a young Victor Frankenstein as he's growing up. I really loved the first one. I thought it was a lot of fun, and I just never really got around to picking this up. Question 3 is Time to Travel to Work, a book you read whilst traveling, and that is Last Sacrifice by Rochelle Mead. This is the 6th and final book in the Vampire Academy series. I read this while I was sitting on the beach in Punta Cana. I enjoyed this book so much. I flew through it despite how big it was. Despite it not being the best beach read, I thought it was fantastic for reading on the beach. It was a lot of fun. Question 4 is You've had such a hard time at work. Pick a book that you struggled to get through, and for this is Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. I had to read this for an English class in uni, and I hated every second of it. I don't know, I couldn't connect with the characters, I couldn't connect with anything. So I am going to give this another chance sometime in the future, not the near future, that's for sure, but I really didn't like it. Question 5 is Lunchtime, a quick and easy read, and for that I had to go with The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald, one of my absolute favorite books of all time. If you haven't read it, you should definitely read it because it's fantastic. F. Scott Fitzgerald is an absolute genius, and The Great Gatsby is a beautiful story, a beautifully tragic story. That's definitely worth the read. 6 is time for your performance review. Pick a book that you decided to read because of a review you read or watched, and for that I'm going with Shatter Me by Tahira Mafi. Shatter Me was blowing up on BookTube at one point, and it was around the release of the 3rd and final book in the trilogy, Ignite Me. So I decided to finally pick it up because it was on Book Outlet for like $1 or $2 or something, so I picked it up. I enjoyed the story. It was okay. I didn't think it was anything too unique, but the writing style and the character development in this trilogy is second to none, so that's why I would recommend it. 7 is Time to Travel Home. Pick a book that you follow a character that goes through a journey of some sort, and for that I'm going with Crank by Ellen Hopkins. You follow the main character as she descends into the very dark and abysmal world of methamphetamines and what it means to be addicted to methamphetamines, what it does to your life, your relationships, your health, your mental health, etc. This is incredibly graphic book because it deals with methamphetamine, so if that's kind of a tricky topic for you, or that doesn't interest you, or just the thought of any sort of drug-related plotline and the lifestyle that goes along with drugs, I wouldn't recommend this. But I mean, this book is absolutely amazing, and I really think everyone should read it because it holds a lot of educational value as well as just an enjoyable read. Number 8 is Dinner Time and Conversation. Pick a book that you don't hear much people talk about, and for that I'm going with Into the Deep by Samantha Young. This is sort of a new adult contemporary romance about reconnecting a relationship, and I thought it was fantastic. After I read it, I was in a book hangover. I thought it was beautifully written, the characters were believable, so were their connection and their love. So if you haven't heard of this book, definitely check it out. It's worth reading. A book that is currently on your nightstand, and that is Eleanor and Park by Rainbow Rowell. I can't believe it's taken me this long to read this book. Everyone was going on and on about how fantastic it was, and I'm finally glad I took that plunge and decided to read it because I am really enjoying it so much. It's so fantastic, and it's just got this very real sort of high school relationship depicted within it, and it's just so cute and so awkward and so bubbly. It's just fantastic. I skipped question 9, but my answer for question 9 and 11 are the same, so I'll just sort of combine them. Question 9 is the time you spent zoned out in front of the TV, so pick your favorite sort of book to movie adaptation. Question 11 is nighttime, so pick a book that kept you reading up late into the night, and for that it is Catching Fire by Suzanne Collins. Specifically Catching Fire, I loved the book to movie adaptation. I thought it was perfect. There was a few things that were missing, but that's just being really picky. The movie was probably 100% my absolute favorite book to movie adaptation. And when I first read this book, it kept me up all night reading because I would always go one more chapter, and the story just pulls you in this book like no other. So that's the time of day book tag. I had a lot of fun doing this, so let me know down below if you've done it or you want to do it. So thanks for watching. Bye.